When and how will kids go back to school? There are now school reopening guidelines from the country's largest professional union of educators. I am joined by Lily Eskelsen Garcia, president of the National Education Association. Thank you for being with us.
It's an honor. Thank you for having me.
What are the main takeaways, if you could share some of the guidelines with us for local districts who are starting to plan?
I'm a really good sixth grade teacher. I am not an infectious disease expert. And so we went to the premier experts on how to keep our kids safe. And what we found out is there's actually more technical guidelines to safely open a restaurant than to open a public school. But here's the bottom line. We have time to do this right. You're going to have to distance the kids. You're going to have to disinfect in a very specific way. And you're going to have the face masks, the gloves, the health checks throughout the day. As we were already getting school teachers and even the school custodians and people saying, how would we make this work? Let's talk about what we could do. Very creative people. All of a sudden, we're hearing from school board members saying, Houston, we have a problem. We've just been told our tax revenue that funds our school has fallen off a cliff. And we may have to have massive layoffs of teachers. How are we going to distance kids with significantly fewer teachers?
So how will you?
This is a disaster.
How do you think they can do this financially? We know that it's going to be a lot more money, even if you need extra buses.
Well, fortunately, this is not like finding a vaccine. We know the cure. The cure is funding. The cure is dollars. And we actually have the way to do it. Just like Congress sent emergency funding to businesses so they wouldn't have to lay off all their workers, we've asked Congress to do the same thing for public services like a public school. And so the House actually passed a thing called the HEROES Act, Health, Education, something. I don't know. It's money for public schools. And we need them to send us some heroes. Now it's in the Senate and nothing's happening. It's just sitting there. We need the public to put some pressure on their senators, to put some pressure on Mitch McConnell so he can bring it up for a vote. He has said he doesn't want to do that, and it'll be a disaster if we can't find the funding to prevent the layoffs of teachers and support staff just when we need every single one we can find. We need all hands on deck. We have an answer. The Senate has to move, and that will solve a big part of this problem.
We, of course, will continue to follow the track of that bill in the news. So we thank you for sharing your position, and we'll, of course, be sharing with our viewers what school is going to look like here in Connecticut as we get more information. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you.